We're doing it.
We're doing it. Oh my God, you're here too.
She's here. We're here.
We're all here.
All right. So this is the intro. Welcome to Hair of the Dog. Come for the tea. Stay for the hair. My name is Angel, and this is Emma.
Hello. Welcome.
Yeah, we make up the management here at Forté. But I'm brand spanking new here, so if you want to tell the folks like what Forté is, what Forté does, what Forté's mission is, all that fun stuff.
Absolutely. Well, first off, Angel, we're very lucky to have you. So thank you for coming on the team.
I'm so happy to be here.
Okay, so we've been open since 2001. I actually got the keys in
2001.
2021.
2021.
I'm so sorry.
Emma, I was about to say, how old were you in 2001?
In 2001, I was 11 years old.
Right. I was about to say, you want to know how old I was in 2001?
Tell me.
4.
That makes me feel old. Okay, no. So I've had the keys since 2020, but we didn't open until 2021. But here at Forté, hair is just, more than a service. I think it's a form of like.
Hold your mic up just a little
Oh,
bit.
thank
closer.
you. So,
Just a little bit closer.
Here, hair is so much more than just a service. It's a form of self-care, connection, and a way for us to like really relate to our community. I got into this industry because honestly, like I really love to help people. And I think that's exactly what we're doing here. We're validating people and helping them feel like their most authentic versions of themselves. And so that's why I opened this place, is just to make sure that everyone that walks through those doors, our doors, just feels validated and celebrated and can show up exactly the way that they are.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So, I think often in like the hostile political times that we're having, a safe space can make people feel seen and heard. And, there's nothing more rewarding than truly like watching someone's face like light up in the mirror. Like when you turn them around and like there's like tears and you can see like I'm getting emotional. Like when you can see the real confidence, then like there's nothing more rewarding than that.
Yeah,
That's why we do it, baby.
Yeah, I know it. I can tell this is like something you don't take lightly at all.
I think something really special you said to me when you first started, you were like, damn, Emma, I think that you not only talk the talk, but you walk the walk. And that was really special to me. So thank you.
Well, I mean, it shows. You always say, like, if you have a platform, use it. You've built this space. You're very intentional about what you do with it, what you do with your voice, what you encourage other people who work with you to do. I think it's... This is Biscuit.
This is Biscuit.
She's the mascot of the salon. But yeah, I think that's beautiful. I'm really happy to be here. This is probably the safest and most inclusive place that I've ever worked. So
woo! Snaps to that. I come from a big family. Like I didn't come out till I was 24.
Oh.
Yeah. Even though
my
first kiss was in the 4th grade.
With a girl.
Shout out to Katie Fenton. I kissed her in her garage. Where is she now?
Where is she now?
Where are you, Katie?
Oh no, your note cards.
Okay. I come from a big family. I have 3 siblings.
I have 3 siblings.
Really? I'm the baby. What's your order?
You
have 3 siblings?
You have 3 siblings too?
Stacy, how many siblings do you have? Just the one.
I'm number 2.
You're number 2.
I'm number 2, and for a long time, I was the eldest daughter. I'm not the eldest daughter anymore, but yeah. We have kind of similar upbringings. You were Pentecostal though. I was
raised in a Pentecostal household where we went to church every single Sunday morning, every single Sunday night, and every single Wednesday night.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't go to church Sunday nights, but yeah, Sunday mornings, Wednesday night, and then there was like. I was in the youth band.
Oh, yeah.
Doing, like praise and worship in the youth ministry.
I was in God's Anointed Puppeteers.
Yeah, you would be in the puppet ministry.
I was on a puppet ministry.
You would be in the puppet ministry.
Yes. Shout out
Yes.
to Puppet Ministry. We were actually called Gap, God's Anointed Puppeteers, and we
Right.
would wear like the Gap T-shirts.
Did y'all have on like Wednesdays and stuff? Did y'all have like? So we had like global ambassadors for the girls, and then royal ambassadors for the boys. So like RAs and GAs, and it was basically like church Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts.
Okay, that's really cool. We did have Joy Bells. I specifically remember being in like Christian Joy Bells, which like you sold cookies and like did ministry work and stuff. But actually, my cousin.
Do Pentecostals get baptized, right?
Yes, I've actually been baptized twice in my life. Fun fact.
I got baptized once, but I was 9. Which is
when did you come out?
I've been out for 10 years. I've been out since I was 17 in some capacity. I've been out in many different ways, and many. I've lived many different lives. But yeah, I've been out since I was 17, and some like But I'm very fortunate. I'm one of the rare exceptions where my family was pretty chill. It's still pretty chill with everything I got going on.
Yeah, you're lucky. I think my mom is pretty accepting, but she passed when I was really young.
Right.
But my oldest brother, Andrew, about 8 years ago, he took his own life because he just didn't really feel accepted, even in the communities that he was supposed to be accepted in. So probably another reason why I'm like so passionate about just making people feel accepted and feel heard and seen, because my own brother
Right.
wasn't, in that situation, and that changes you.
Yes, it does. You talk so much with your hands.
Sorry, I'm
okay.
Italian. Of course.
You're Italian?
I'm Sicilian, baby. I'm 39% Sicilian. Shout out to Ancestry.com. Yeah. So I talk with my hand. I'm very expressive. And she's brutally honest.
You didn't tell me. You should have told me this.
Yeah.
There are 2 things I love in this world, and that's pretending to be a cowboy and pretending to be an Italian American from New Jersey.
I remember the Christmas party. You were in the Christmas play, and you played the most amazing.
Yeah, somebody like a shepherd from New Jersey.
Yes, it was a
shepherd from fucking Newark, New Jersey.
Oh, it was so good.
We're cussing, right? We're big kids. We can cuss.
We can cuss.
Okay,
We
cool.
cuss in the salon, so.
Right.
Come as you are, Angel.
Right.
Don't hold back.
I won't. Fuck.
But yeah, I don't want this all to be serious. We do have some really incredible guests that we're like super excited to announce. We'll hold on to that. We're going to have a guest like every episode. We do have some really incredible events coming up just as a salon, and resources that we can offer anybody and everybody. We're doing Little Five Fest this year on March 29th. We are doing a photo shoot that we're going to release
on Mother's Day.
On Mother's Day,
it's
just
gonna be
celebrating
so cute.
any mother figure, any person who's helped raise you in your life. Presenting in any way.
In any way.
Anyway. So we're really excited about that. And then we have a gender-affirming clothing swap coming up on June 22nd. So please mark your calendars for all 3 of those things. And just, we love taking new clients, talking to new people, and we love snacks.
And we love snacks.
We love a snack.
And we love biscuit.
Yes, we do.
And I feel like I'm supposed to, you wrote all these lovely things for me to read, and I'm just kind of like,
I like winging it, though. I mean, I feel like this is why.
Like, there's some key points I know you wanted to hit. Yeah.
Because we wing it so well in life.
I love a bit. I'm always doing a bit, even when you think
You're
I'm
one
not
of the
doing
most
a
funny
bit.
people I've ever met.
It's effortless. I know. I know it's not easy. Well, actually, it is.
Exactly.
But only if you're me.
Yeah. So let's talk maybe about some of the companies that we have worked with.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Okay, cool.
I
so
just
let
got
me take
here.
over in that
Take
department.
the lead. What are some companies that we've worked with?
We've done a Get Out the Vote party with Georgia Equality.
Georgia Equality. Okay.
We love Georgia Equality. We've done a lot of work with them. We've done work with Ahimsa House, which keeps people and pets out of domestic violence situations. We've done bake sales for Lifeline. Everybody in Atlanta knows what Lifeline is.
Yeah, Lifeline, baby.
Yes.
Donate to Lifeline.
Yes,
I love
please donate
Lifeline.
to Lifeline, you guys.
I love Lifeline. Every animal deserves a chance.
Yes. We have worked with Southern Fry Queer Pride. We have worked with Get Out Front Theater. I mean, we've done tons. We've done over 12 different gender-free haircut clubs, and that's where our stylists and other like-minded stylists will donate their time to provide free gender-affirming haircuts for our community.
Right. And I actually did this before I started working here, but back in, was it December? Like right next door at the Drunken Unicorn.
Yes, we
y'all.
had a huge fundraiser.
Aid for Appalachia
Aid for
for
Appalachia.
folks up in North Carolina for some hurricane relief. And I got my hair cut, and that was the first time you cut my hair.
I know. That was the first time I cut your hair. I just think it's funny that our first experience together behind the chair was at like a nightclub with like music, like, and I feel like it was just meant to be.
Everybody, this is, come on.
Hey, Liz.
This is Lou. Everybody say hey, Lou. And,
No, you're great.
my goodness, Lou, I just met you.
Let's see. Tell me about maybe like your funniest story that's happened in the salon.
Oh.
It doesn't even have to be Forte.
In a salon?
In a salon experience. Give me just like a funny.
Oh, so growing up, my mom, this was the hairdresser that everybody saw, Miss Patty Bonura Salon in Fayetteville, Georgia. I don't know if she's still there anymore. I love you, Miss Patty. Shout out Miss Patty for real. She's a real one. Yeah, my mom is known. My mom and my dad have known her. They all went to high school together. So like, my mom's been going to get her hair done with Patty had been going to get her hair done with Patty for years. My grandmother went to go see Miss Patty. Wow. But I mean, I used to go with both of them all the time to go with them to their salon appointments just to hang out.
Oh yeah. I grew up going.
Yeah. That was like
Beauty Works and Rays, Rome, Georgia.
woo. Shout out Southern salon culture. I don't think there's anything quite like it, especially with small, just like family-owned businesses like that.
Hell yes.
I think that's something so unique.
Some
like
steel magnolias.
Steel magnolias. Exactly. Truvies. Dolly Parton. Truvies. But yeah,
Truvies.
Oh man. I'm trying to think.
So just like fond memories.
Fond
of, like,
memories
the
of
smell of perms and watching people get their hair set.
The smell of.
I guess we're not that old, but
the smell of warm hair.
Yes.
And just hairspray. The smell of like Redken in particular, their product line. That's what
that'll bring me back.
That brings me back. But yeah, I remember like finally being old enough to go there instead of going and getting a fucking 15-minute haircut at Great Clips.
Yes.
My mom was like, "It's time. You can go get it. We're going to Miss Patty. It's time. It's time for you to get your haircut."
You've graduated to Miss Patty.
Yeah, I think I was like 12, but like nobody in my family knew what to do with my hair because I had curly hair. My mom has naturally curly hair, but
cool.
It's been she was a teenager in the 80s, so she's been processing it and applying heat to it and stuff for years. Yeah. She just wears it straight every day now, but like nobody knew what to do with my hair. And I remember I was supposed to go to church camp this one summer, but I needed a haircut really, really bad.
You can't show up for Jesus this way.
And I was like, ugh, it's so long. I had like long curly hair. And this was in middle school, so it was like super curly then. But I had long curly hair like down to here. And I was like, this is too much. This is too much hair for one person. I can't live like this. I can't abide by this. At this point in time, this was like during the 4-year period where I wore my hair in like a slick back ponytail every day because I just surprise, I'm gay.
That makes sense.
I just didn't want to be bothered, and I hated if there was like a single hair out of place. Like that shit was like slick back to my skull. But anyway, I was like, let me get a haircut. Let me wear it down. Let me go to church camp. It'll be fun. It'll be cute. I got a haircut, and curly hair. If there's no layers in it, if there's no dimension in it, it just kind of starts to take on a triangle shape.
Totally, the triangle head.
The triangle head
every day behind the chair.
And nothing says like, oh God, sheltered Christian kid, like a bad haircut. But like it's just because people don't
Quote of the episode right there.
Yeah. Like flat at the top. No, nothing. But
No
like
shape.
she took maybe like 4 or 5 inches off, and like it just sprung up like that,
You
right?
immediately
And I
got
looked like
body yaddy.
Bozo the
Oh
clown dog.
no.
I was
That is a
so
horror story.
I was so upset. I was so upset, but I didn't say anything
Mortified.
about it because I love Miss Patty. And I mean, I was a kid getting my hair cut, and like I didn't have that much agency. Like, I also just didn't know what to do with my hair, and I was so gay, and I was so trans. Like, I, I, girl stuff. I don't know how to do any girl stuff with
Yeah.
my hair. I never learned how to braid. I barely learned how to straighten my hair. I don't know how to use a curling iron. I don't know how to use a styling wand. I don't know how to do any of that shit.
But just this natural flow you got.
I know.
Is
I won the
just
genetic lottery. But like
sensational.
anyway, I was so upset and pissed off about my haircut. Church camp was in like the next day. I was leaving church camp the next day.
Mortified.
Um and I was so pissed off. I was like, Mom, I'm not going.
You did this to me, Mom.
Mom, I'm not going. I'm not going. I hate my hair. I can't go to church camp like this. I just can't. And then I didn't go to church camp. I didn't go to church camp all because of
You
a bad
skipped
haircut.
church camp.
Yeah. I skipped church camp because I hated my haircut.
That is a good story. Shit. I bet you missed out on a lot of fun.
I mean,
But see what happens when people don't feel like their authentic selves?
yeah, I was so pissed
Get
off.
out of bed in the morning. Dang. I did get.
Especially at like a tender age like that.
Oh
like
yeah, that's
sixth
super
grade.
tender.
Middle school sucks so bad.
Let's see, fifth grade. It had to be fifth grade because we started middle school in sixth grade. My mom took me to J.C. Penney's to get my hair
They
cut.
had a salon.
J.C. Penney's has a haircut in the mall
In
at
the mall.
Mount Berry Square Mall in Rome, Georgia. And she got
didn't
really
know-
tired. Every time I would look down, my hair would hang in my face. And she just fucking hated seeing my hair in my face. Like, you have such a beautiful face. Like, wear a headband. And I never wanted to. So she got sick of it and she just cut my hair off into a pixie at J.C. Penney's. And I specifically remember like picture day being pretty close around. And I probably wore a hood of like a jacket to school every day for weeks. I still have pictures that I will make.
Haircut.
I have photos that will resurface that I'm gonna post.
I just can't conceive of a J.C. Penney haircut. I didn't even know
was
that was
bad.
a thing.
It was so bad.
But I guess anything like no, that makes sense. It was Rome, Georgia,
It was Rome, Georgia.
and it was the early 2000s.
That's the damn truth. I also so like my major horror story, last funny story.
Okay.
So I still actually Alex, I'm going to cut his hair this week. I used to work at a barbershop with all men. And there was a couple girls that worked there. We had a great time. Honestly, it was like in the height of when barbering was really cool. Like Boardwalk Empire was like the show.
Oh yeah, Boardwalk Empire, Mad Men, and
Sculpted you who into who
Peaky
you
Blinders. No, I'm just talking about when barbering, when there was like really hard, like it was always one haircut.
Yes.
too, from every show, and nobody can pull off the Thomas Shelby.
Nope.
Nobody can pull off the Thomas Shelby except for Thomas Shelby and
Thank
Cillian
you.
Murphy.
Oh, I
Everybody
totally
looks
agree.
bad with the Peaky Blinders haircut.
And it's like a shitty haircut.
It's a terrible haircut.
yeah.
It's like a poop on top of your head and you're just bald all the way around.
It screams Hitler Youth to me.
Right.
But-
Right. I was yeah. It's okay when an Irish person does it though. Irish people are I like Irish people.
Totally. Well, shout out to Alex. He came in one morning, and it was the day after me and one of my closest friends in the entire world. Her name's Alexa. She runs a really incredible events planning company called Alexa Eve Events.
Shout out Alexa.
I know. So this was, oh God, this had to be a decade ago. Like we were definitely in our 20s. And she's like, babe, your birthday was recently. Like, we're going to go out for your birthday. We're going to go out on the town. And like, I don't really go out on the town much.
No.
Especially these days in my 30s. But, we had a wild hair. And she's like, oh my God, Emma, I brought this Molly. And like, this might have been the first time I ever did Molly. Second time ever. I haven't done, maybe not have done it since.
I almost just lied and said I've never done Molly, but I've done Molly. I've done
we
Molly.
we like to, we're hairdressers.
But I haven't done it in years. I'm not a hairdresser.
We're going to turn him
Yet.
into a barber.
Yeah.
But you know, like we went out on the town. This is back when Sound Table was a thing. So we took a bunch of Molly and we were like dancing our faces off and we stayed out all night long. Like I literally woke up with a stranger in my bed. I couldn't find my phone. I couldn't find my wallet. I couldn't find my keys. I had to work. I probably slept like an hour. I'm not joking.
stories.
I was still rolling my face off.
I bet you were.
So I walk into work on time because I'm always on time. I also don't
She's a
really
Virgo.
call out of work. Oh, I'm such a Virgo. So I show up on time, and Alex, sweet Alex, walks through the door, and he takes one look at me, and he goes, "Emma, today is my wedding day."
Fuck.
You guys, my incredible client, he literally comes to me to this day. I'm cutting his hair this week. Like, we get through the whole haircut. Actually, you know, your girl fucking slayed it.
I believe
As
it.
for you.
I believe it.
But, like, we get done. I go into the back room. We had, like, a very small back room with, like, a sliding door. And I, like, put my hand on the wall, and I'm just, like, bracing myself, trying to catch my breath. And, like, I just did that. Like, I can't believe I just performed that service. Fucked out of my mind. And he walks back to, like, give me a cash tip. And he was like, oh, my. Are you okay? And I like look up at him and I was like, no, I am not.
But
okay.
your hair looks great.
But happy wedding day.
Congratulations.
Oh, Alex, I love you so much. You're just a gem and a half, and I'm lucky to have you. But with that being said, please, everyone, just do us a favor and go follow us on Instagram.
Yes.
Yes,
Forté.
please give us a follow. It's at Forte Hair ATL.
Yeah.
We will post like a lot of events and specials, and like we right now have a referral program we're doing. So like, please give us a follow. If you mention Hair of the Dog,
Hair of the Dog. Mention Hair of the Dog
podcast.
If you mention the pod.
If you mention the pod, you get $10 off your service. So when you go to check out at the computer, just say Hair of the Dog, and you get $10 off. And we would also just like to wrap it up. We would love for you guys to send us DMs of like horror stories.
Yes.
In the salon,
I
any
think
salon horror
periodically- I
story.
think periodically I'm gonna post on the Instagram stories. Just drop your like 10-word salon horror stories here, and we'll
I
read
want
them
to
on
do
the
that
show.
so bad.
And maybe eventually you can send us stuff through the email, but I'm not giving out our email right now.
Not yet.
Not yet.
We would also love just like cool topic ideas.
Yes.
And
Questions.
questions that you have. But just keep a lookout for our next episode. We are going to be doing bad hair days and good vibes. So it's going to be our wildest salon stories ever is going to be our next episode. And then after that, we're going to be getting into a lot more like resources for the queer community. We're going to be hosting a really incredible drag queen and just some other really cool shit.
Who is it? You haven't told me. Wait, don't tell it. We'll tell off air. Off air. It's a secret. Do I get to know?
Yes,
You're
of
gonna
course.
tell me?
I
I'm
will
not-
tell you everything.
Okay,
I don't keep
okay.
secrets from you.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for listening and thank you for giving us the opportunity of just like having the space to help people mask it up, femme it up, go into androgyny, just like feel how they truly want to feel.
Be at home in their bodies.
Yes, that's why we're here. So again, thank you for listening. Please give us a follow, like, subscribe. And we'll see you next month.